much. All right, it's time to talk to the panel this morning. Live More Awesome founder Jimi Hunt. Jimmy, great to have you back.
Thank you.
And TV3's Amanda Gillies.
Good
Amanda,
morning.
great to have you back. All right, first up, it would have come as a shock to many people, Colin Craig saying that he hasn't ruled out running for mayor. And this is what you say when you are running for mayor and someone asks you.
Exactly. Terrifying. No, my first, when I heard you say that, I just thought, no. I'm nervous because he's so litigious, so I'll be very careful.
So you won't say why you said no?
But just no. But look, his party at the moment, it's a mess. His personal life...
It isn't even a party, is it?
It's not.
It isn't a party and it isn't his.
It's him. And,
it's him.
exactly. Yeah. And his personal life is messy. Exactly. But I think after Len Brown, no. I just think we can't do that again. I covered the Len Brown when that Bevan Truong affair happened. So many details, and I don't think you ever recover from that.
No. You personally haven't recovered from
I
it.
haven't recovered from that.
Really? You must have seen different details than me.
Yeah, you hear a lot, and
but
I think
imagine,
no.
because Len still hasn't ruled out running for Auckland Mayor next time either, so it could be Len and Colin.
Len and Colin. That's a lot to take on. That's a lot to take on.
It is, but I also have not ruled out running for Mayor of Auckland.
Exactly.
No,
very good point.
This is good to know. Yeah.
I mean, I think I've got as much chance as Colin Craig does. And no one
I
even
think
knows
I think you'd have more chance than Colin Craig, possibly because no one knows who you are. This is the issue, though, isn't it? Because, I mean, almost everybody who has any profile will have been tapped on the shoulder by someone who would have said, have you considered running for mayor? It's just most people are sensible enough to say yes and no, whereas Colin would say, no and yes.
Yeah, exactly. No, I just think, no, not at the moment.
You know what he said, though? He said something which appeals to me, because he hasn't ruled out running. He said, I would start by reducing rates. He said he's fiscally conservative. He's conservative in so many ways, but not in every way.
Not in every way.
But he would start out by reducing rates. I mean, that's a good place to start if you are thinking of running as mayor.
In Auckland, that is a good place to start, but just no. I don't think we get... I feel like Winston
right
Peters...
policy, wrong man.
No, yeah.
All right. We were talking this morning about food mashups, which are becoming more and more obvious, and I'm wondering, Jimmy, if you're a fan of these. Do you go to the... like the fast food outlets and that, and get several different types of food in one?
I do not. I mean, it's basically these companies are simply trying to get any market share that they possibly can through any tactic that they possibly can, because they've just simply run out of ideas. And so now they're throwing all their ideas into one.
Yeah. What would they have to impregnate into a pizza for you to gravitate towards it?
Well, that's the thing, is that there are pizzas out there I already quite enjoy.
Yeah.
So
even just with ordinary crust.
Just normal stuff.
I was with a girlfriend the other night. We were with the kids, and so we thought we'll get a pizza. There was a sausage poking out of the crust.
Oh, how good is that?
No.
Who got the sausage?
No, we didn't get the sausage. It was in the picture, and we just thought we're not doing the sausage. Yeah.
Just quickly, Jim, did you and Tom get a sausage? On the weekend when you went down to Invercargill?
Can I contribute to the swear jar?
Because the thing is, it gets me back. We were talking to a marketing expert earlier on, and he said one of the reasons that companies do that is it's giving a reason for people to go back if they've chosen to sort of move away to another company or something like that. And the idea of having a pizza, and if you're a fan of pizzas, Jimmy, you've got to agree with me, a pizza with burgers impregnated right around the outside, that is brilliant.
It makes you curious. I mean, it's one of those things that it's exactly what your marketing expert said.
Hungry and curious.
Hungry and curious. And you're like, well, so, KFC made the double down.
Yeah.
Right, which is... Yeah,
even when you say it, I start to salivate. Have you had a double down, Amanda?
I've never had a double down. What is a double down?
It's like
Sorry,
instead of having a burger bun, it's got like the chicken patties are the bun.
Oh yes.
And
Okay,
it's cheese
I do know
and
what that
bacon
is.
and all that sort of stuff. And so the simple thing is, I wonder what that tastes like.
Yeah.
And so you're going to go and you're going to try it, and then you're going to go, okay, no, I don't like that.
Yeah.
But they got you in the door, they got your money,
Yeah.
and you might buy something else.
They've re-exposed you to the magic that is KFC.
I don't mind chips in a burger. You know when you're a kid and you used to lift up and put the fries in the burger?
That way you don't have to
mind
hold
that.
a bag of chips. It's
Exactly.
all there in one handy, impossible to eat without slopping down yourself.
Exactly.
All right, we will be back in just a moment with many more topics with the panel. It is 22 minutes past 8.
Yeah, it's written in the water. Yeah, it's everywhere I go. Telling me that I should leave you.
All right, welcome Welcome back, New Zealand. Great to have you with us. This is Paul Henry on a Monday morning right around the country, around the planet, thanks to our partner, AMP. It is 26 minutes past 8. Joining me on the panel this morning, Jimi Hunt and Amanda Gillies. All right, Winston Peters. Winston Peters has said over the weekend that he will be more powerful than ever by 2017. He will hold the balance of power, which he has done in the past, but that his party will be the number 3 party. Basically, there'll be 3 parties and no one else worth talking about.
Doesn't surprise me.
No.
I look at
Do you think
Northland
he's
this
right?
year. Well, yeah, I look at Northland. That was such a blue seat. And then along came Winston in his big bus and just blew them out of the water. So he's like a boomerang. You can throw him away, he'll come back even bigger and stronger. That wouldn't surprise me.
It's a long time before 2017, though, isn't it? So he's got to hold some kind of momentum. And what's he got to hold it with?
Yeah, but he's held that job for a very longer than anyone else,
Yeah, he
you know.
has.
Often he'll go quiet, and then he'll come back real strong at the end on some issues. Like you talked about Colin Craig having a right issue but the wrong person. Winston can kind of be the right person occasionally, and if he chooses the right issues, then absolutely I think he could get past the Greens.
This is the tricky thing for him now, though, because now he's a constituent member of Parliament, so he can't do what he normally does, which is slip into a sarcophagus and wait until the election date's announced, and then someone opens it up and he crawls out looking fresh and young. So he's got to put up with the slings and arrows of actual clinics, hasn't he, where people stand there and talk about their tiny little problems. Is he going to cope with that?
Oh, look, he does. And he is the king of the headline. He loves the headline. He was even, we've been talking about him all morning, and this is what he's so good at. And he's been doing it for so long, he'll keep doing it. Back home in Gisborne, people who were long-time Labour supporters voted for Winston last year, that I know for a fact, because they like he's been around for so long, calls a spade a spade.
Yep.
They like that.
Yep.
They think he looks after the older people.
And you're right,
like
he does have that. Even though he would hate to hear anyone say it, he does have a sort of a bit of Helen Clark about him.
Yeah.
He doesn't prevaricate.
No.
You know where he stands on subjects.
I mean, the question's going to be, what are the Greens going to do to stop him?
Well, I think if we look at the last election, the Greens have been around for a long time. The answer to that would be nothing.
Exactly.
Really.
Yeah, so that's what they're saying. What are they going to do? I mean, they need to get their house in order to be able to stop him becoming number 3.
Yeah. All right, finally, anti-censorship, boobs, not bombs. Now, this happened, obviously, in Canada, with these women are riding their bikes topless. You're allowed to be topless in Ontario. But this has started this huge movement. And a little bit later on the program today, we're going to talk to Wendy Lowe, president of the New Zealand Naturist Federation. And at the end of the day, it's this whole nudity thing. Is it a problem?
Do you know I won
it's
my
just
first argument in the nude as a 4-year-old? Made my first nude statement. Anzac Park, Gisborne, freezing cold day.
I remember you.
Exactly, it is. Probably made the Herald. Mother mate was trying to make me wear a jacket, and I refused. Probably wasn't going with what I was wearing. Freezing cold morning, so she stuck me in the car and said, sit there for 10 minutes. And she thought, done, won that one. And her girlfriend about 5 minutes later leaned over and said, I think you just lost the argument. And there I was, buck naked, 4 years old, walking across, and she just laughed. And she
so
said,
you actually have been a troublemaker.
I have been from a very young age. So I support these people going nude. Yeah.
The issue here, of course, is what is the big deal? That's what these people will say to us later when they come on the program, Jimmy. We're all like it.
Absolutely. I mean, I'm a big fan of boobs, not so big a fan of bombs. So absolutely get behind these ladies and what they're doing. But I mean, it is the thing. I mean, like. But what's interesting is the fact that these ladies are arguing about being completely topless, and yet there are still massive arguments about even breastfeeding in public. So, we still have this crazy
hang-ups that
phobia
we
of
have.
boobs. It's
absolutely.
insane.
And one of the things that's motivating this whole area, the sort of nudism area at the moment, is the fact that organisations like Facebook and that are saying, well, you can't put these photos out there.
Yeah.
Entirely innocent photos of people with no clothes on or people just topless.
Friends have had their photos taken down on Facebook for that very reason, if they happen to be breastfeeding or,
See, that is extraordinary, isn't it? Really, we haven't come very far.
Yeah. No, I think it is, and I think I support them.
Brilliant.
Good.
All right, guys. Hey, thank you so much, Jimmy. Amanda, thank you very much for coming. We'll see you again very soon.